daughter recently got back from a trip to Japan. I have another unboxing video with regards to her visit to Tokyo Station, but the most important one that I was hoping she would hit, she actually took some time out of her schedule to go down to the Kyoto store and pick these items up for me, which I am more than a little happy about. So I wanted to get those out and share them. She was actually, just a few weeks ago in the forum, they had posted that they were out of the Travelers Notebook for Kyoto, and I was really sad about that, but apparently within the last 2 or 3 days before she got there, they had restocked it. So the one that I most wanted to have actually was there in the store, and this time she had a little more time, so she even remembered to have them do the gift wrap for me. So that'll be fun to do that one. She was able to get all 3 of the exclusive paper inserts as well, so we'll take a look at those. And she picked up the canvas bag for me, which I'm happy about. And they had all 3, well, 2 of them are exclusive to Kyoto, and I'll pull those out in a little more detail, but they did have the brass tags there, and she picked up 4 more washi tapes for me. So we'll save best for last, unwrap this thing. Oh, so excited about that. So this is Hosyo? Oh, I'm not sure how you'd pronounce that. Paper, which is supposed to be a little more fountain pen friendly, is my understanding. Definitely a little bit of a, I don't know if you can hear that. Here. A little bit more texture to it than the normal MD cream, I think. Feels about like the same thickness, but other than that, it's the cover that's just pretty. It's a silver foil stamped on the front. This was the one I was kind of really most excited about because it just looked so intriguing, was the green tea insert that they have. And that's a gold foiling on the front, which is really nice. And apparently there's green or tea leaves kind of pressed into the paper. This side is like glass smooth, and then this side has a really rough texture to it. Here. So one side is like glass smooth, and the left side has quite a bit of texture to it compared to the others. And I'm assuming probably on the opposite side. Yeah, it's smooth on this side and rough on this side, so it must just be a single sheet of paper across, and they just fold it and do it that way. But again, another very pretty insert I get to add to my collection. This one is a rose gold foil cover, and I believe that's inside of the Traveler's Notebook itself, so I will just leave this one unopened, and we will look at that later when I open up the main Traveler's Notebook here. We do have 3 brass tags. 2 are exclusive. One is, my understanding is it's across all stores there in Japan. There's definitely some heft to these things. Very pretty, definitely hefty. And that's nice. I have yet to get any of the brass tags, so this is kind of exciting, fun for me, because I see them on a lot of people's other videos, but I never get to see them for myself. So that's the brass tag for the other Kyoto brass tag exclusive. They are nice. I am glad to finally have a couple of them for myself. Again, my daughter took some time out of her whole trip just to do this for me, so really, really grateful to her. We've got 4 more washi tapes. They've got the Travelers Factory one. This is actually used on all the gift wraps. You can see right there, so it's the same washi tape as the back of the Traveler's Notebook. This one looks like various Pan Am symbols. I'm not going to bore you all by, well, this one probably needs to have it at least looked at, but it looks like it's another one that discusses Pan Am. Hopefully it's got more than 3 different images on it. And I'm going to have to get my scissors. Pull it the right direction here. Some fun little images on there, and we are back to the beginning. So that's the full range of images on this particular washi tape. And I've got one more that probably is worth at least taking a look at. Again, scissors. And again, it seems to be travel Pan Am related. Feel where this tape starts. Looks like various destinations. Quite a few of them. That's the full range. So those are all the different destinations on this washi tape. Quite a few of them. So that's nice. Okay, so let's open up the piece de resistance, which is my Kyoto Travelers Notebook. Again, she was able to get a gift wrap for me, which I'm more than a little happy for. Just part of the experience, I think, when you're doing this. They include this little Traveler's Notebook tag, which is the same color as the notebook. So depending on where you buy it and what color it is, they will have different tags there, which I'll probably add to my keychain. They have this really fun baggage check tag that's on it. I will have to wrestle with that sticker later. My guess is it's on pretty tough, but we have the washi tape, which is easy enough to get off, and a regular piece of Scotch tape here. And looks like a piece of tape here in the corner. But there is the Kyoto Travelers Notebook itself. I honestly didn't think I'd ever be able to get hold of one of these because of my rule I set to myself for retail only. But I got lucky, and my daughter just told me a few months ago that she and a friend were going to go to Japan on a little tour. So standard little item at the back, the standard insert they have on the front, and the band which you can use on the Traveler's Notebook itself. Interesting. Looks normally they have different color bands on the inside. Well, I guess there's a little bit of difference in shade there. Pretty close though. And I think every notebook comes with that one on the inside. But we're here for this, aren't we? is pretty. It's a rose gold. Wow, it's so dark blue, it's almost black. I thought this was a blue one. Yep, it's blue, but man, that looks, in the case of mine, that is almost as close to black as you get. And it looks like it does have the different elastic on this one. But yeah, we have that rose gold insert. It definitely looks a little blue, more blue along the spine and inside texture. And that's a kind of a nice color blue elastic to hold them together. And this is the other insert. It's a rose gold, and it does have the standard MD paper that most of their inserts have, is what this one is. But, oh, so happy that my daughter did this to add this to my collection. Now, I have one last struggle. When I was there, when I was reviewing and kind of doing the research to give to my daughter with regards to going to Japan, one person in our forum, in the Travelers Notebook Reddit forum, mentioned that if you go to the counter and ask, they might have the newest version of the Moomin set behind there. And my daughter walked up to the counter and asked about it. At first they kind of looked confused. They weren't quite sure what she was saying. And so I had actually added a picture of it into that document that I sent with her. So she pulled it out and pointed, and what resulted was a bunch of frantic talking behind the counter. And they kind of looked back and forth at each other and kind of looked down underneath the counter. And finally, they must have made a decision, and they reached down under the counter and pulled out a box and opened up a tin. And there was one copy of it sitting in that tin, and they were still debating hot back and forth on what they should do. But finally they said, okay, here you go, and handed her the Moomin set. So I was stunned when she sent me a picture and let me know that, but I am not sure. I'm going to hold on to this one a little longer before I open it up. I've got enough new stuff right now that should keep my itch happy, and we'll just let this sit for a little while, and I might do a future unboxing of this one. But for now, I'm going to just let it sit and be happy I have it and enjoy the current new TNs that I have, and we'll possibly do something later. I'm not sure. But thanks for coming and watching the unboxings. I've been waiting for this for a month now. She finally delivered them to me yesterday and had a lot of fun. I'm excited to add these to my collection.